Hi everyone, it's Jerry. I'm on chess.com right now, and I'm playing a 3-2 game, and I was going to go with d4, but knight f3 first, and now d4. No big difference. So let's see what we get here. Ooh, okay. Trying to squeeze a little bit more out of that b pawn, obstructing or interfering with the c4 advance. Okay. I think just ignore it and develop. Eventually there'll be a tempo gained after this move here, so a6 I'm anticipating, and I could think about moves like a4 right now even. Yeah, this is maybe an interesting moment to play a4. Let's shoot for it. On a4, if b4, I'm thinking about c4. Yeah. And maybe I want to do that right now, in fact. Okay, let's see how black reacts to that. To take or not? This is a pawn that's in my position. Okay, they're not doing anything with that. On pawn takes, I was going to just develop. Although it does weaken b4. Okay. I'm already liking my position. I clearly cannot play to c3 with my knight. And I don't want to play b3, that weakens this square too much. I have to be careful of an e5 advance. So if I play my bishop here, let's do this move first, queen c2. I want to make sure I have a really good control over this square. I might want to consider a5 at some stage, but I'm going to get some more developing moves in. Okay, Alright, so I don't really want to allow takes. Actually, that wouldn't be so bad, would it really? Pawn takes, bishop to d3. Or just bishop d3 right away. I don't think there's anything wrong with just bishop to d3 right away. Let's go for that. Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. Castle, I'll keep the tension a little bit. Let's get some more moves in here. My opponent's flying. And after rook to d1, maybe, okay, now let's see about maybe capturing at this stage. I don't know. Where's this queen gonna go? Rook to d1, pawn takes. I'm gonna clarify the tension right now. And maybe rook d1. Maybe I could run it like this. Actually, I should probably hang on. Is this a move? This might be an idea. Maybe I can consider knight to b3. Yeah, let's play knight to b3. Put some pressure on c5. Knight a5 is ruled out. My knight is no longer defended, so I have to be a bit careful of bishop takes knight. Let's get this rook working. I don't know. Well, we'll go with this one, just in case a4 needs some defense. So the queen, she's going to have to find a home, and this is actually a little bit uncomfortable. She doesn't have the a5 square, and on b6 I have a5. This knight cannot move because I have pressure on h7. Let's give her a kick. It has to be a little bit uncomfortable. And let's play in the center. I'm threatening to now, after this capture, threatening to take the knight and take h7. Probably just g6, right? Or h6? Don't know. My knight feels a little bit awkward, I must say. Oh, this might be a move. No, I don't know about that. I gotta move a little bit faster here. My knight, yeah, I'm not really a great fan of my knight. Maybe it's time for him to actually reposition. Let's do this. Hop into e4. Yeah, let's shoot for this now. On rook takes bishop, I have this in-between move. I think, at least. We're gonna find out. We're definitely gonna find out. So, he could be actually a bit vulnerable if we get into a dark square bishop ending. I didn't consider that move at all. Okay, I gotta go with my instincts here. And really coming at me here. That's actually a bit of a pain. I think this works out. I have a tempo against this bishop at some point. Rook takes here. Queen takes, bishop takes, knight. Queen d7. And I'm on the knight and the bishop. Okay. Yeah, I don't really want to, and I'm way down on time. Let's take here. I have to kick it into a higher gear. This is very ugly. B2 is hit. Yeah, this one definitely got away. Living off the increment. And I'm in a pin here as well. Gotta play B3. I'm giving up the C3 square. Let's get that up. And we're gonna have a bunch of exchanges. This pawn feels like it's just gonna drop any moment. Do not have a good feeling about this. My bishop on E2 is dead. My bishop on G3 is just staring off into space. And the time is not looking so great either. Ooh. Let's play this. I'm looking at a positional sacrifice now. Rook to D5. They're probably going to play into here. I'll try and scare them away with this. Yeah, okay, so they're going to give this up? Okay, well, I'm going to shoot for this. My dark squares are incredibly weakened, I realize, but I'm going to try and get some dark square control that could give this check. At least it's something to play for. There's certainly an advantage here. It's easier for black to play, I think. Sink the bishop into this point. E3. Yeah, let's play here off of this diagonal. Bishop D3, swing my queen over. I might want to just... Okay, I definitely do not want to allow H4 and break down my dark squares. How to untangle. This is quite difficult. I think I'd like to just give this pawn up if it's attacked, just so I could get some play maybe on the A-file. I don't even know how I welcome some exchanges. It's still very locked position. These bishops are too strong. This bishop on E3 is a monster, but yeah, let's play this for starters. I have to be careful of G3. This is now pinned. So H4 is unprotected, but okay, yeah, they have that. That's a bit of a pain. Let's do this. They got H4 on board. And I gotta go faster, and yeah, this is big trouble. I'm done. I gotta go here. They're gonna have just a king move, and I'm toast. Too easy. Yeah, I have to throw in the towel here. Let's have a look at this one with Stockfish and see where we could make some improvements. I don't know where I went wrong in this one, so we're gonna have a look. Okay, Stockfish. Help me out here. I need a lot of help. I've seen this move before, this B5 advance, not only in Blitz, but even in over-the-board play. And I played Bishop F4 in this game, and even in the over-the-board game. In the end, I didn't really end up getting much of an advantage. It has about a half-pawn advantage at this point right now. So let's see how this plays out. E3, nothing's wrong here. I went in with that A4 move. So it doesn't have a problem with that. It's fine. I played C4, anything? Yeah, there's a bit of a drop-off with that. Doesn't like C4 so much. Just opting for development, bishop to D3, or even knight B to D2. But okay, that can't be so bad, can it? Knight there. Any great shifts here? Queen C2. D takes C5 is something I eventually did. Instead, bishop D3, still about an evenish game. Okay, knight C6. Now I take knight B3. This got to be a little bit awkward, because when you look back at reviewing now, what was this knight's journey? D2, B3, and then he came back to D2, trying to get into E4. So was this really worthwhile? Can I save some time and not go here? Should probably occupy the D file right away. That's what it's calling for. Rook there with then knight H5. It's just blinking up there. Bishop takes H7, a move I'm just not going to play. More natural is something like this, but yeah, okay, just occupy the open file. 2.2.3-ish with that move. Knight B3. Yeah, even where I must have went wrong somewhere soon, though. We're right around here. Doesn't like that knight move. Ah, E4. Why was I not considering E4? This never entered my thought process at all, the idea of changing the structure further. I was fixated on improving my pieces. I had this idea in mind of, looking to take the knight and crash through here. That's not a great inconvenience to black, though. And another way to even look at this is it's helpful to black to have this knight traded because the bishop can now see directly the white king side. So I'm really just helping black out and, looking at it a bit more closely now with the time not ticking. Knight E5 is helping black out, helping the bishop on B7. So better is E4 with a similar idea with knight here, knight takes, bishop takes, looking to remove the defender and then crash through on H7. But this is much more direct, E4 with this in mind. And there is no follow-up of E5 here. They don't have enough support for that. Yeah, I really should have clearly considered a structural change. I was content with the structure as is. The queen side, there's nothing doing there. I guess the only other pawn moves to consider is H3, but that's just a prophylactic move, a flight square. The only other one I should be considering is a central pawn advance. Didn't even cross my mind during the game. Okay, yeah, that's where there's a big shift, too. Going from about a half pawn advantage with this advance, calls for E4, G6. And now, yeah, I could even start thinking about infiltrating on these dark squares. What about on E4, H6? We got E5, knight H5, bishop E3. This knight's a bit stranded, and I have two bishops pointing down at the black king side. Yeah, this starts to be a bit more clear. I have ideas in mind of swinging this knight back over to E4. Yeah, this knight's a loose piece, queen to E2. Knight move, discovered attack against the knight. Okay, noted. I don't have to play within this structure. I can be looking for some space advantage. Bishop takes there. Knight D2 here. Yeah, it's kind of awkward to play. Still liking maybe E4, queen to E2 as well. And it starts to drift right around here. Yeah, they do have a tactic. Ooh, really? Just bishop takes? This is -3. Bishop takes E4, bishop takes. Oh, man. And then B3. And this is with the pressure on the D1 rook. My queen is just stuck. If I go here, rook takes rook, and then knight takes bishop, I'm down a piece. So a deserved loss for sure. This was a missed tactic by both of us. Bishop takes knight, bishop takes, and B3. Interesting. Yeah, we both missed that one. Knight there instead. I'm still on my heels. I'm the worst side. I wonder what the computer has to say with that imbalance. I feel pretty confident that it'll be saying black is... It might actually read that black is... or I should say it'll be like an even position. Let's maybe get to that. Still evenish right now. e4 is what I played here. Rook there, bishop f2. Yeah, bishop takes. Yeah, it has it as even, but it really feels so much easier to play on the black side. And I knew going into it my dark squares were severely weakened. That's why I played g3. Computer likes g3. Bishop check, king up. Alternative, king g2. Yeah, I didn't want to do that. But I guess looking at it a bit more, how it played out in the game, the dark squares, and this idea of the h-pawn advanced, it's a good one. It's one of those where, you know, he could really be a nice a battering ram. I kind of view this h-pawn as the expendable one of the kingside pawns. You can move them forward. No additional squares are really weakened around the black king side, and it's just a nice aggressive pawn. And he does some good things. He could damage the white king side structure. Yeah, the dark squares got broken down. h4, it still has it. Okay, now it's starting to climb here, giving it some time to think. It's even calling out for g5 right now. It popped up at one point. Queen b8. Bishop d3, g5. Yeah, g5's good. Nice move. g5 takes, h4. I saw it coming, but I had to do something different here. Queen here, and yeah, that's the ball game. H takes, king h1. I can't play here because of this. Yeah, and the rook is soon to occupy the h file. Oh well. Yeah, the main one here, I guess how I played it with a4. c4, not bad, although, you know, well, actually, hang on, let me back up for a moment. It's easy to get rattled with these awkward type moves, but you can kind of play it simply, go about things where, go about development where you just kind of ignore it, and you could say to yourself, you know what, eventually when I play e3, I'll be gaining a tempo, and black will have to respond, and that costs black something. So try not to get too rattled is what I'm getting at if you see an atypical move. a4, c4. Yeah, I should have went with the structural change. I didn't consider it at all. Rook here, a queen move, and start thinking about a pawn push. I do have these bishops here pointing at the black king side. I didn't consider the structural change, and that really cost me. And also this point right here, again, trading the knights, I'm really just helping out the bishop, unmasking the bishop. And they had that tactical shot on e4. That was a cool one. With then b3, that's cool. Yeah, tough one. Okay, as usual, feel free to leave any comments in the comment section below to this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. That's all for now. Take care. Bye.